All right, guys, look, I'm sorry. I know it's been a really long time since we had an update, but we're here today to give you one. So, I've been very, very busy with as limited time as I've had to work on this thing. So, let me show you a couple updates we got going on. The engine is in the car. We've got it in there. Now, I am waiting on some replacement transmission parts to come in. So the transmission that I have in here does not have any gears in it. It's just an empty case. So you guys know what's up with the engine. We've ran through all of that. So other than the engine being new, we've got a brand new comp twin disc clutch and flywheel that I've put on there just so that we're set up, ready, good to go. If you notice, the turbo manifold has been recoated. It has also got some EGT ports added for the future. Can't really swing that price right now. We got a back pressure sensor port added. I just got it capped off for now. We'll swing that in the future once funds come more available. Another thing with the more, I guess, better ability to run more RPMs, more boost, all the goodness, I've decided to jump up in back housing size. So this back housing is a 1.32 AR divided housing, T4. The old housing was a open style 0.96 AR. So a lot bigger jump on the housing. Should be able to flow a lot more air out of it, make it a lot happier at higher boost pressures. And eventually we'll be able to monitor the back pressure and make sure we're all safe and good for the time being. Another cute little gem we got going on over here is mechanical fuel pump. I'm tired of listening to that loud electric pump that's under the car. When we go all-wheel drive, I have to move that gas tank. So what am I doing? Right? Leads me to fabrication project number 1. I have built a custom fuel cell that is going to feed that Magnus pump. We got a -12 feed. We got some Magnus filters. This guy's going to go right here, shoot up there to the pump. I got another post pump filter that's sadly probably going to have to go on the firewall because I don't really have any other room for it. And then return here. So yeah, here's where we're going to fill it. And I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. It had a few leaks when I originally built it, but I'm pretty sure I got all of them taken care of. I've filled it up and weighed it full. It weighs like 40-ish pounds, so it should be a little over 4-gallon capacity. So I'm hoping that weight there, and then we'll probably ballast some more weight over here. That'll work in our favor for front-wheel drive. So we're going to wait to plumb this mechanical fuel pump. Okay, we're going to start the engine, hopefully in this video, on the old fuel system because I want to make sure everything's good and great and everything's sounding good with the engine before I go ahead and rip all the fuel lines out of the car, because I'm going to have to cannibalize those, chop them up, and use them for the new fuel system. Now, if you recall, I used to have a swirl pot right here and a really thick different radiator. Well, since I went mechanical fuel pump, I had to change that. And the way I roll is when I change one thing, I change 100 things. So meet brand new triple pass custom made by Kevin Tweedy radiator. She's 3 inches thick. I've got it shoved in here as tight as I can. We're very close over here and very, very close over here. We got a little bracket welded on the side of it for the boost solenoids. And yeah, we've stepped up to a bigger fan. That's a 12-inch fan over our smaller 10-inch fan that used to be on the car. This was 4 inches thick. We dropped down to 3 inches thick, but we gained a lot of height because this guy got really long legs on him after switching to the weight plate. So we've gained a lot of area height-wise and a lot of area width-wise. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this turns out. I also, while I had some downtime, built a new charge pipe. This used to be 3-inch, and I didn't like the 3-inch to 4-inch transition that was here, so I went ahead and got some 3.5-inch intercooler piping, and I custom made my own charge pipe right here, guys. I ended up cutting off the end of the intercooler that was on there and welded a 3.5-inch on there, and we've added that. I welded that on there. To be honest, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. My crappy AHP Amazon welder put in some work. I'm really pleased with how that looks, guys. So, yep, new charge pipe. It looks like it fits way better in the engine bay. You know, everything just seems like it's right now. So, really excited to see that. With that, I've put some 45-degree kicks on these guys. It clears it. I still got to put some coolant in the engine, so I got those just kicked over to the side right now. We've got a -12 drain line now. I cannibalized one drain and added a -12 on the bottom of it, so we got a -12 going down to the new Moroso oil pan down there. So yeah, we've got, this is shifted back a little bit. I know this is really tight. We'll see how it works, but we've got a lot of changes that we've done to this car. I'm just scanning right now, going over, seeing if I can see anything else. I guess we've switched to the KS tuned thermostat housing. We got that on there. Trick piece, love it. We were on -20 lines previously, and I think it was just moving too much coolant too fast. The coolant wasn't in the radiator long enough to efficiently cool. So step down to -16, which is what everyone runs. I know. Just like to overkill stuff, and I'm my worst enemy sometime. But we're down to -16. It freed up a ton of room for the new charge pipe. That's one of the big reasons I switched that up. But yeah, we've got the flywheel in there, the starter on. So I've already primed the old fuel system. It's holding pressure. We are going to try to fire this thing tonight. That is the goal, guys. So to make that happen, all I have to do is I'm going to end up pulling this pump off, just so it's not spinning dry with no fluid going through it. I don't want it to like overheat or anything like that. So I'm just going to sit it to the side. We're going to fill it with coolant. And I did decide to try this VP Stay Frosty Race Ready coolant out. We're going to give this a go, see if this helps with the cooling of the car. It claims it's supposed to, so whatever. It's a little pricey, but I mean, it's not like I'm taking coolant out of this thing a couple times a year, so not super stressed about that. Hopefully it does a good job, and we'll see. The only other thing I'm going to do cooling system wise probably is I've got a couple of fittings here, some push locks to put a overflow somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where yet. Possibly thinking right here. Not really sure. I can make a bracket and tie it into this bolt and this bolt and do something there maybe. But you all know I had the water bottle before. I might keep it a little gangster and run that for a little while. Just depends on how the plumbing of the fuel system goes. But yeah, we're gonna hop into it, see if we can't get this engine fired up. So this is gonna be the first startup, right, on this brand new engine. And we are going to do our best to break it in correctly. So we're going to try to hold it at like 2,500, 3,000 RPMs for like 20 minutes. Bring it all the way up to temp. Let it get warm, happy. Try to get those rings seated as good and well as we can. Yeah, we are going to try to do that. And I'll probably have the wifey in here holding the throttle for me while I'm checking over for leaks. Right at the first get up, then we may trade spots. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the plan for today's video, is to make this thing run. And then hopefully in the upcoming weeks, we can get the transmission back together and get this thing to the dyno. Another thing while I'm waiting on transports to come in is I'm doing some rear suspension stuff. I haven't gone into a whole lot of depth and detail about the all-wheel drive suspension kit that I have on the back of the car, but it has been on there for a little over a year now. I've driven around on it on the street a little bit last year and at the half-mile race where the car blew up. So from switching to this, I lost my factory ABS. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to capture this. Let me see. I ended up, hello, sorry, bear with me. I ended up welding on a speed sensor ring to the back of one of those stubbies that I have holding the wheel bearing together. And we're going to try to get a reluctor sensor and weld it, or drill a hole in here and try to pick up some wheel speed off of that, because I've got some wires ran back here already. So we're going to try to do that. But yeah, so car's on the S1 built rear trailing arm kit for all-wheel drive. It's got strange double adjustable coilovers on it. I've had some water jetted custom top hats made, and I welded some tabs onto those. I had some very custom brackets made that have a couple studs that bolt into the bottom there. Let me get a flash on for you guys. So as far as I know, this is the only Prelude in the world with strange double adjustable coilovers on it. Like I said, I've only had it on the street, so I haven't had the liberty of track testing them yet. Sorry for the interruption. Haven't had the chance to track test them yet, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how much these bad boys improve the 60 foot. And I know it's coming, guys. That 155 60 foot is we gonna get there. We're shaving a 10th off right away. I can feel it. So, all right, hang out, and we'll try to get this thing going for you guys. All right, babe. Let's try it. See what she does.
Well, I guess she's just going to spin forever now, isn't she? So, not the only leak that's on the car is coming from this port in the back of the head that I didn't even touch. 4-piston put that in there. It's leaking a little bit. So I'll have to figure out a way to tighten that up. Intake manifold may need to scoot back a little bit for that, but boys, girls, she's running. And I couldn't be happier. She sounds super healthy. It wouldn't get over 180, no matter how much I was revving onto her. You guys don't even know how long I waited to start this video, too. Like, come on. Done. Oh, man, I'm hyped. So the only thing that's kind of weirding me out is this looks kind of frothy, oily in the coolant, which there could have been a bunch of coolant oil in the sleeves from the machining process, from when it was assembled, from when I had it upside down, all over the place. Could have been a decent amount of oil in there, and just now it's looking like that after it's mixed. So I may ditch what's in here, drain it all out, refill it, or I may just leave it. Not really sure. So we'll keep an eye on that in the future, but I'm moving forward with how she is. No leaks, sounds great, nice and crisp. I'm ready. Let's get this transmission fixed and get this thing back on the road, yo. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm going to jack this thing up here in a little bit, drain the oil, cut the oil filter open, take a look-see. But probably not going to video that. So that's probably going to wrap it up here, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching, checking it out. You know, share it, tell everybody that we're coming for Mario. He took the record, he deserved it. He did a hell of a job, and I can't wait to see what he can do with his car. But I'm coming for you, buddy. Don't forget, all right? So, all right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.